All right, so let me explain this because I've been going through a couple of emails. People go, why now, Lou? Why AMC, Abe now, the whole thing? Well, I already said AMC's are about to have its squeeze. How big of a squeeze? I don't really know at this point, but at the end of the day, it could have a big squeeze. Why? Because, like I said, the shares are not really there. There are a lot of people that are now talking about this now. Shares are hard to come by. That's why people are bulking up on Ape. Neither here nor there. But the reason why now, there was a problem that AMC had, and what it was is that no matter what happened, there was always an infinite amount of AMC shares. It's just continued and continued and continued. You know, you had shares. Um, let's face it, synthetic, I used to call them synthetic Guatemalans because it was like, wait a minute, where are all these shares coming from? Remember they were down in Brazil, and I mean, like, whatever. It was all over the place. It was super diluted, um, in my opinion, unlawfully. Okay? That being said, that's based on the numbers, yada yada yada. Everybody saw that. So I don't even have to prove that. But you say, why now? Simple. Because for the first time in my involvement in AMC, after they do this reverse split, and they're not doing it for us, I proved that this morning. After they merge it and they throw the additional shares down on it, and then they drop all those shares, after they do all that mayhem, it will be the only time in the time that I've been involved in AMC that it will be a clean stock. So what I would like to do is I always like to get into that stock at a very low point and let it ride up again, because I believe that what's going to happen is you're going to have a lot of buying in that stock from the institutions and people, and for different reasons. Some people are going to say, oh my God, look at AMC now, so low, it's going to run again, whatever. And then it's going to start running up again. The institutes are going to be buying it up because it's one of those stocks when you explain it to your clients, if you're a fund and you're explaining what's in your client's portfolio, it's kind of easy to point to something like a AMC, a Netflix, Apple, IBM, Ford. These are things that are easy to point to. Customers get nervous with things they don't really understand, like some stock ticker called XPZ4. Like they're like, what is this? Or it's a new type of material that when mixed with the sun. Yeah, they don't like that kind of stuff. They like stuff that they can, have a relationship with. AMC is one of those things. That's the reason why you were in it, and that's the reason I was in it. But the reason people say, why now? This is the only time AMC is going to be clean. Now, I don't agree with any of this. I don't agree that Ape was made. I don't agree with this reverse split. I don't agree with the dilution. I don't agree with the new shares that can be dropped on top. I don't agree with their, I guess, secret plan that's not secret anymore, that they're going to dump more shares on top of everything in the dilution. It's like they're going to do a merger reverse split, clean up, and then they're going to drop shares. I know they're going to drop shares. How are they going to access that cash? We're not going to drop shares. We're going to exchange shares for debt. And what do you think those momos are going to do? It's going to be just the way it was, like on June 2nd. Popcorn and his people dropped off those shares. Mudger got it. They dropped them down. They rinsed them. They washed them. They moved them all around. The next day, it's like, oh my God, from 70 something down to 54. Neither here nor there. But the reason why is I want to make money off of AMC. There's nothing wrong with that. That's the greedy capitalist in me. I want to make back, because in my mind, I have a number, more or less, where I feel that my investment value was taken. Not my investment potential, because the potential of that thing was beyond anything. But my investment value that I had in it, I want to get it back. It's like one of those things inside of me. It's like catching somebody that was talking shit and just like smacking them. You could have just let it go, but it feels so good to catch them. This is exactly how it is. AMC, I want to catch it. I want to catch it as it has its run up. So that's what I'm going to do. So if people ask, like, why now? Why you get in it? It's because it's been a dirty play. Ever since they created Ape, you want to talk about synthetic Guatemalan? They had synthetic Ape Guatemalans. They had FTX point, they had they had Missing Ape. It was a disaster. That's why I pulled away. But now my strategy is to make money on it, because for the first time I'm going to be able to go, okay, that's the real stock count. That's the real price number. It ain't going to be like that for long, but I can at least say that's what it is. So that being said, people want to know why I'm in it now, because on the 14th, whether you vote yes or no through hook or crook, that reverse split merger sprinkling, that's going to happen. It don't matter what you say. And I'm telling you, and I'm against it completely. Let me explain why. Because if for some reason that doesn't happen, I'm throwing a bunch of money in AMC and in Ape. Why? Because once one goes, which I know one's going to go first, which is AMC, that's why they're going to do what they're going to do. They're going to buy up Ape like crazy to cover the nonsense in AMC. So both positions will go. So, like I said, I never left, but since the creation of Ape, what was there to look at? The stock kept falling. Popcorn kept telling you happy this, Merry Christmas, happy Thanksgiving. Took a bonus. I bet you his turkey didn't look like your turkey. Look, neither here nor there. That's just the way I see it. You know, people ask, oh, why you hate the company and Popcorn? Listen, because they were dumping shares as they were telling people, you know, like, we love apes and come to the theater. It was like they needed us. But at the same time, look what they were doing to us. So people want to know why now. Why am I back in? It's because of that. Let me tell you something. That price drops down to something low, a couple of $100,000 on top of it, run up. There you go. Just the way I think.